Good morning, ladies. So I actually got a great question by one of the Soul Strength members, and it's about traveling and how to stay on your program even when you're traveling. And since I'm actually traveling right now too, I thought this fit the theme of the day. So I loved, first of all, everyone's suggestions, and I'm going to be covering everyone's topics that they pointed out in our check-ins on Monday. So just keep on the lookout. Every week there's going to be one of those topics is going to be what we're talking about. But for today, we're going to talk about traveling. So when you have limited equipment, but you still want to get your workouts in. Now, first, understand that it is a-okay to not do the workouts and just enjoy your vacation. I do recommend walking more and trying to be active and having a good time with it, finding fun ways to move, or if you're with family or friends, you're finding quality time, ways to move with quality time, right? So first, know that it's okay if you don't stay on track, but if you want to and you want to get your workouts in, how do you do that with limited equipment? So one of the best ways is changing, if you don't have heavy weights, is changing your tempo and time under tension. So when we talk about strength training, our muscles don't know sets and reps and any of that, right? What our muscles know is time under tension. So how much stress is being put on the muscles because of the difficulty, the amount of weight, the tempo, how slow you're moving, right, makes it harder. Adding pauses to movements makes the workouts more difficult. So instead of going for like high reps or adding jumping and stuff like that, even though it feels more tiring, you're not doing as much damage to the muscles, right? So what I want you to do if you're trying to get these workouts in with limited equipment is first try to find, something that you can hold, like textbooks, maybe filling a backpack up with some things. Maybe if you have a heavy bag that you're traveling with, you can use that, like hug it close to your body, do some squats with that. You can use other things that you have around close by. Another thing is like a heavy water bottle or a jug of water, right? Just finding little things like that. And if you don't have anything, it's okay. That just will help make the challenge a little bit more, make it more challenging, right? So tempo, when we talk about making it harder with limited equipment, finding the body weight moves, or not body weight, it doesn't have to be body weight, but finding the moves that you have on your program that you can do in your hotel room or do, at the beach or wherever you're at. And slowing it down, right? So you've already seen some of these movements in the program where you're going 3 seconds down in a squat, right? Or even in a deadlift, you can do that too. 3 seconds down in a deadlift. Pausing at the bottom of a squat, pausing at the bottom of an incline push-up. All of these movements can be so much more difficult if you add a pause to it. And it doesn't have to be 3 seconds. It can be 5 seconds. It can be 10 seconds if you're crazy. But just finding that a way to, oh my gosh, the dog has a huge stick. Like, okay, a dog just walked by and had like a stick this size, just prancing by. I'm like out in the hill country of Austin. Anyway, okay, moving on. So anyway, finding those tempo, finding a way to make those things more challenging by increasing the time you're in the most difficult part of the position of the exercise. So with a squat, the hardest part is getting up from that seated position, right? So when you're going down, you're going to pause in that seated position and then come up. That's going to make it more challenging. Another thing is making the workouts you're doing, finding the harder variation. So if you think the pause squats are too easy, even with the pause, even with slowing it down, then you can add a split squat instead. So now you're doing a single leg squat. That's going to be more difficult than a normal squat, right? So if it's too easy still, you've added some things and you're like, I just don't feel challenged enough. Single leg, right? Single leg RDLs, working on balance, finding time to just focus on cleaning up certain movements is another way, right? Instead of getting down into tempo, maybe you're really bad at a single leg RDL. So you focus on just working on cleaning up that movement, trying to get better at it, because that's a more difficult movement. So really that is my best recommendation when you're traveling, is just trying to increase your time under tension, finding ways to pause longer, take your time, and really just sticking to the basics, right? It doesn't need to be some complicated workout. Doing a push-up, doing a squat or a split squat or a lunge, doing a deadlift. RDLs would probably be better. But single leg movement, single leg RDL. And then maybe you add in, some burpees so that you feel tired, right? I know that sometimes people want to feel that exhaustion or feel like they're working. It's okay to add in some of that stuff to make it more challenging. But just know that when it comes to building muscle and actually seeing progress with strength specifically, doing jump squats and burpees aren't going to get you there. You want to clean up the actual strength components and actually increase the time under tension is going to be your most important part. So time under tension, ladies. And if that doesn't make sense, or if you have more questions, please message me in the group. So all the other people, they might have the same questions as you, and then we get to answer it. But if you want to message me privately, that's a-okay as well. But I hope that helped. I know I have a few people traveling in the next few weeks, so I hope this helps you. If it doesn't, again, message me if you have questions. So happy Friday. I hope y'all all have a wonderful day. And then I'm going to send out a check-in as well to see how the week is going, or the week went. And we're about to head into week 6, which is insane. Already about to be halfway through this program. So I hope you're feeling good about your progress so far. And I'm so excited and happy for all of y'all and the progress you've made so far.